We are back with a second episode of a genius, Mr. Pradeep Lokhande of an Rural India Connect. In first episode, we have seen his journey. Started with a multinational company and as an entrepreneur, and how he had gone ahead with the title of an postcard man of an India. So it was a beautiful this journey what we have seen in the first episode. What came in your mind to start your rural relation? What was the philosophy behind that?
As I've told you, rural relations. When I started rural relations, it was the name of the organization.
Yeah.
And it explains itself. Means we build relationship in rural India.
Rural India. Yes.
Correct. And then with these rural relations, we have started collecting data of so-called opinion leaders of these villages. And purely, my thought was to collect the data and sell the data.
Okay.
Purely. So I have started this in 1993. And the first data of 6,700 villages of Maharashtra we have collected in 1996. It took 3 years to collect the data.
What was there in all those?
In that data, name of a village, taluka, district, population, bazaar day, gathering, name of shops, name of school, school principal, postmaster, sarpanch, gram sevak, talati, how many television sets that particular villages, how many telephone lines that particular villages, who the number of television sets and availability of the mass consumable segment. This was the data. It's a huge data. So it was huge data. Basically, it was for a commercial purpose, but there was a social angle in it also. But that time it was only commercial approach.
But even collecting those amount of rich data needs lot of time, patience, energy, and focus thought process.
Yes.
So how you went around?
No, as I have told you, as it is, we have invested 3 years to collect the data of these villages. Out of that, personally, I have visited more than 700 villages out of this village, 6,000 odd villages.
Yes.
And through postcard and through direct contract by my people. But as I told you, doctor, that time it was very difficult to get this type of data.
Yeah, correct. Physically, you
have to go there and collect the data. But yes, as I told you, 3 years we have invested and we have collected that data. Then we have. I have taken a very professional approach. Just because I was not having money, I cannot say that I don't have money, so I cannot do the typing of it and all that. No, but that time we have done that on a DOS. On the DOS,
correct.
And then we have done the printing on a dot matrix.
Correct.
Yes, it has been done. We have to do that. You cannot do a crime business. And then what I have done, doctor, when I have collected all this data, I have written to around 200 companies of the India. I have this data.
Okay.
And as I told you, absolute entrepreneurial approach, business approach.
Correct.
Nothing doing. I was thinking I'll get huge amount of money for this because this is the first time in the history and different. First time I've written to 200 companies, no response. Again 200 companies, no response. Again 200 companies, no response. Again 200 companies. Because nobody was aware कि यार ये क्या लिख रहा है. But after that, one day I received a call from Tata Tea saying that come and present the case.
Oh, that was the
first call I received from Tata Tea. And the marketing manager of Tata Tea was Anand Gurey.
Okay.
So I think his office has called me. Then I have come to Mumbai. I met Anand Gurey ji. And I have told him, he told me कि now present my people will sit and you have to do the presentation. I have told him कि मुझे English नहीं आती है और हिंदी भी नहीं आती है ज़्यादा. ठीक से आती है but नहीं आती है. वो मराठी आती है. Coincidentally he was a Maharashtrian. So he told me that Pradeep, I will only help you out कि आप हिंदी में बात करो. अगर एक आधा शब्द ये होता है तो मैं समझा दूंगा but आपको हिंदी में बात करनी पड़ेगी. जहाँ जितने एक दो शब्द इंग्लिश आते हैं तो कीजिए. So again इसमें क्राइम बिजनेस करने का जरूरी नहीं होता है कुछ. आपको प्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा. Again I have presented my case, my data, my information. And then they have told me, yes, we'll get back to you. Always the case.
Always there, correct.
After 3 weeks, again he have called me. His office has called me. Come and present the case in front of another set of people. Again, same problem.
Correct.
Hindi, English, this, that. कैसे बात करे, क्या करे? And again I presented. Then he told me that again we'll get back to you. We'll debate, discuss on this, and we'll get back to you. And then after 3 weeks, I received a call. Yes, we will buy this data. Quote us. I thought that I will. It was wrong, but I thought that I will get a 5 lakh rupees of this data of 6,000 odd villages. And they offered me 25,000 rupees for this data. I have sold that data to them because minimum they have respected that. And for me, Tata is above. I respect them a lot. Unbelievable. And after that 20 days time, I received a call from Parle-G.
Oh, okay.
Parle-G. And they bought this data for 20,000 rupees. But the biggest change, a turning point of my life was after 3 weeks, I received a call from Anand Gore ji. Arey Pradeep, this is a fantastic data, but what to do with this? And the first proposal I have given, I'm jumping, doctor, because it's a big story. The first proposal I have given, we will do the weight sampling in the villages on a bazaar day. Weight sampling. Actually, लोगों को चाय पिलाएंगे. And the first work order I have got for doing an activity in 100 villages for 3,17,000 rupees. Means to sell the data of 6,000 odd villages, 25,000 rupees. But to do the activity again, but it was a creative. Doing a weight sampling in Bazaar Day was a creative approach.
Great challenge.
Yes.
Correct.
And a creative approach.
Correct.
By
How
us.
to communicate and
yes.
all that.
And after that, no look back, friends. After that, no look back. Just see that. Means the information to knowledge to wisdom. It has happened. Information to wisdom to information to knowledge to wisdom. It has happened. 3,17,000. And the same year, I've got a contract of Procter & Gamble of 1 crore rupees. फिर क्या 1 crore तो आपको पता है बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं. And after that, no look back, friends. You name any big brand of the country, any big brand of the country, doctor. Either we have worked with them or we are working with them. But we are not doing big business. There is a principle to organization. It was on a day one and it was today also. मैं कोई साधु संत नहीं हूँ, but there are 3 principles. One, doctor, we will not sell anything because we are a relationship-based organization. We will not take liquor and tobacco-based product. I am not sadhu sant, but we will not take. If I would have taken that, I would have earned 200%, 2000% what money I have earned today because they take this route, no? Indirect route, reach to rural India. Principle. And third, we have avoided to work with the government also. Means this we have done that. Means basically we understand the language of corporate and we understand the language of last mile. We are a bridge between both of them and not an agent. We are a bridge between both of them. This is what the organization is. We are a facilitator and a catalyst, and we are following this for last 20 odd years.
So I think it's unfortunate or in destiny, like you are there on the TikTok platform. I am also having a business of an Parle, like I think you have stolen data to Parle-G, and we also understand as far as the punchline of our business is service aisa, dost jaisa. It's relationship purely based on relationship.
Absolutely. It pays. It takes time, but it pays.
I think in this episode, what we have seen his with working with a multinational company, then started as an enterprise, then again something fire in his belly to do something different and something new. He initiated with a postcard man of an India, writing letters, which I think for so many 3 years continuously he was doing that kind of a practice with the rural villages, purely based on relationship basis. And then what big thing what he started in terms of collecting and data. Imagine like if any one of us could think of a comfort level with TK, like let's be in a comfort zone with a multinational company, chalta hai, sab kuch hai, we get salary, we get experience, so on and so forth. But in case of Mr. Pradeep Lokhande. That's the reason we say the genius of an rural India connect. When we say genius is actually genius, because collecting and data is not that easy, and data sincerely which connects to the at the bottom end of a pyramid. And we have listened to the sir's stories like how he started his first data with Tata Tea, and then with Parle G, and then how he got in contract with Procter and Gamble
Yeah.
for 1 crore. Imagine, at nowhere down the line, Mr. Pradeep Lokhande had money in his mind. Always, what I could sense, I think, try and be Vishnu, Lakshmi is going to follow.
Yeah.
He was more committed towards his work, towards his job. He was doing it sincerely. He know how to connect to the last mile, and he was acting like a bridge between the corporate
True.
and the last mile.
True.
So it was an excellent story as for this episode, which concerned how like basically you've gone with an data and made and use
Yes.
commercialize that
Yes.
as an true
Yes.
entrepreneur, which is
Yes.
here. So for the target audience of an Tea Talk, here was Mr. Pradeep Lokhande. We have listened to his story in the second episode, but watch out in the third episode of a more story of a Mr. Pradeep Lokhande. If you like his story in the second episode, please do go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like and share. Thank you very much.